Assalamu alaikum. Years ago, I've studied and practiced within the Zen tradition, joining several retreats modeled after the Japanese monasteries. What struck me the most was how, during those week-long retreats, every detail of daily life was integrated into the practice of meditation. We were taught how to perform each task: washing dishes, getting dressed, entering the room, cooking food, with full awareness. Every gesture was part of the training, an opportunity to be present. The practice didn't stop when the sitting sessions ended. Even the time between meditations was considered part of the discipline. The teacher explained that we need a great deal of practice to transform our minds, and that only a few hours of seated meditation would not be enough. Every hour of the day had to be used in service of presence. I saw how powerful this was, and when I left the retreat, I wished I could continue living like that, bringing the same intention and sacredness into my ordinary daily life. So when I later embraced Islam, I was amazed and deeply grateful to discover that this very principle already exists within it. In Islam, there is no need for monasteries, for the whole world has been made into a masjid, a place of prayer, a field of presence. Every aspect of a Muslim's life is included in the spiritual path. Every action can become an act of worship. When we follow the Sunnah, the example of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we learn the right way to live each moment with mindfulness and dignity, much like a monk living in complete awareness. In Islam, there is a proper way to do everything: how to enter and leave a room, how to wake up and go to sleep, how to purify ourselves, brush our teeth, dress, eat, and interact with others. These teachings are not trivial details. They are sacred helps, reminders to live in remembrance of Allah. Because when we are not mindful, we drift. The heart cannot serve two masters. The moment we turn away from awareness of Allah, we begin to move away from Him. When we are not present, we are absent. And when we are absent, we become the devil's plaything. Islam calls this quality of presence adab, the proper conduct, the right way of doing things. Often translated as good manners, adab is much more than social etiquette. It is the sacred discipline of aligning our actions with Allah's will, and of using this body, speech, and mind, which have been given to us, in the way they were intended by their Creator. For every aspect of human life, there is a right adab. I have not encountered in any other spiritual tradition such a complete and detailed integration of spiritual practice into every moment of daily living. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "I was sent only to perfect good character." And indeed, when this method is applied sincerely, it transforms the person. There is a proper adab for eating, speaking, doing business, even for intimacy between husband and wife. There is adab for how we interact with people, with things, with our own thoughts and emotions, even with Shaitan himself. The context of Islam gives us the perfect conditions to live in a constant state of reverence with a deep awareness of the sacredness of each moment. If we truly apply ourselves to observe the Sunnah with complete sincerity, with our hearts, bodies, and minds united in presence, we will inevitably be transformed. Each act becomes a prayer, each moment a step toward Allah. In this way, we stop wasting our precious lives, and every day brings us closer to Him. Since in Islam the whole world, in a sense, is a monastery, every Muslim is invited to live their life like the Zen monk, who includes all of his daily activities in his practice. But Muslims are invited to go even further, because a Muslim, unlike the Buddhist monk, also includes marital life and the raising of children. As it says in the Quran, "Today I have perfected your religion for you, completed my favor upon you, and chosen Islam as your way." Islam is indeed truly complete. Assalamu alaikum.